Welcome! E aí galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Today we're coming at you with information about the new Awaken troops. So this is going to be for the Swordsmen, Monks, Trees, Scorpions, and Blasters. That's the other one. So let's check them out together. Then afterwards we'll go back and review them all. Sorry about the quality. I forget where I found these, but it's not perfect resolution. Anyways, to start off, the dire version of the Swordsman, they have a skill called Guardian Angel, which means that whenever the Swordsman dies within the first 20 seconds of battle, they put a random shield on an ally equal to 50% of their health. Then we have the Zen Swordsman, or Legionnaire I guess they're called now. But the Zen Swordsman has additional magic reduction by 25%. Its increase is double during moral boosts. Then we have the Dire Tree Fathers, or just trees. We're going with trees today. The Dire Trees have a skill called Nature's Sprite, which spawns a natural sprite every 25 seconds. For 15 seconds, that basically gets 1/3 of the tree's health and attack. Next we have the Zen Trees. Zen Trees get Thorn Armor, which means that if anything attacks it, then they take a portion of the tree's health as damage. Next, see, this one actually looks good. I did a good job pirating this one. We have Bammmed Ears, or Blasters. So the dire version has improved ballistics, which means that they have a bonus area of explosion for their rockets. The Zen version has Bombard, which gives them additional range and a chance to shoot an additional lower damage rocket at enemies nearby. Then we have the Zen Scorpions, or Dune Lords as they are called now. For these individuals, they have Restorative Genetics, which means that they recover more health and gain 50% bonus efficiency from healing spells during the first 20 seconds of battle. Then we have the Dire Scorpions. These ones have Corrosive Armor, which anybody that attacks them gets their attack speed reduced by 2% and loses 0.1% of their health per second. You can stack up to 15 times. Then we have the Dire Monks. The Dire Monks, let's see, what do they have? They have Iron Foot, which means that flying sidekicks deal bonus damage based on the target's maximum health, so probably a percentage of their max health, and drinking ale grants them a second flying sidekick. So these flying monkeys are going to be really flying all over the place. We then have the Zen Monks. Zen Monks have Swift Staff, which grants bonus attack speed when attacking large and massive enemies. This can stack up to 10 times. So let's go back to the beginning, and I'll give you my thoughts on each one. And please, in the comment section below, tell me which one you're going to use for each race. I'm also going to put out what I think I'm going to try out. Again, theorycraft does not necessarily correlate perfectly into application of it. So, and there's a lot of things that are not clarified in this. So depending on the clarity of that, my opinions can totally change. This stuff's not fully released yet. So for the Swordsman, the dire ones with Guardian Angel, this one I really like. I think this is awesome. So whenever the Swordsman dies, they pretty much increase the health of a nearby enemy, a nearby ally, including a Swordsman, by 50%. So I think that this is huge. If the Swordsmen die, even if it goes onto your archers, it will keep your archers alive longer. It seems like with the changes to Rufio coming in, I think being able to keep your archers alive is going to be huge. So I just think that this shield is amazing. 20 seconds into the fight, pretty much all the swordsmen are going to be dead anyways, or pretty close, and you'll be using Virion for resurrection to get them a second life for PvP and everything. So I think that I'm going to definitely go with the Dire Swordsman. The only thing that I question with this is how long does that shield actually last for? If it has a set amount of time for that shield, then I don't think this is good at all. But if that shield just lasts kind of like for forever, or until they lose that HP and thus losing the shield, then I think it could be extremely good. With the Zen Swordsman, with their magic shield, I think that this is going to be crucial if human is fighting Lich. I think if human goes up against Lich, if they run with swordsmen in the front lines along with priests in the back lines, I think that they're just going to absolutely destroy Lich. This is going to be huge for human versus Lich, because typically Lich, or historically I should say, Lich has been a hard counter to humans, so this will actually allow the human swordsman to be more tanky against Lich. Next we have the Dire Tree Father. So this one I think this one would be really interesting for the garrison. Actually, both of the trees I really like. I want to see the nature sprite in action before I make my decision. So I'm torn. I'm not making a solid pick as far as trees go, because I have questions for both. Where does the nature sprite actually spawn in the battlefield? And does it have all of the normal skills as the Tree Father? Will it root enemies? There's some questions that I need answering before I can give this like a hard yes, but on garrison, this could be pretty interesting just because it would be so annoying to fight against. Trees are already annoying enough in the garrison. Then we have the Zen Tree Father. So this one, my first impression was I like this one the most. And the reason for that is the Thorn Armor. So if anyone has ever played League of Legends before, then you've probably heard of Thornmail. And Thornmail is awesome for any tanky character. It pretty much reflects a portion of the damage back. But with this, it will actually reflect back a portion of the Tree Father's health. So my contingency on this is how much, like what percentage of the health goes back. If it's a decent percentage, then I think that this will be amazing. Again, a garrison full of Zen Tree Fathers would be suicide to go up against. And it would just make Sliff even better when it comes to their garrisons. With the Dire Bombardier, they have improved ballistics, so they do more AoE. I think that this would be really good when it comes to fighting anything that has a lot of troops. So maybe rock and swords, definitely against Lich skeletons, maybe, and actually probably against humans as well. Because remember, the human swordsmen don't reduce rocketeers or bombardiers in their damage. So blasters shred through human swords. That I think as we see more people possibly going human, we'll see an increase of blasters as opposed to snipers. Who knows? Snipers might still stay out there just because they shred through heroes and dragons. Maybe we'll see a combination. So the Zen Bombardiers or the Zen Blasters, these ones I'm actually the most interested in, because this might actually, depending on what bonus 3 range is, it's so vague in this game. Depending on what that actually looks like, the tag ability from Nora could actually be useful for one. So say you're going up against I don't know, any enemy that has a bunch of range units, and you do tag on their main range units. Depending on the range of the blasters, if they can just annihilate like a pack of human archers or sylph archers, well, whatever it is that you're trying to take out, it could be really interesting. Again, I don't have any hard decisions with the dwarf. It all depends. From first look, I do think that the Zen ones do seem better just because they have a chance of firing out 2 rockets. So that's pretty cool. Scorpions. These are going to be insane. Absolutely insane. So with the Zen Scorpions, they have better regeneration. So they have more health that gets regenerated and an additional 50% healing efficiency from spells during the first 20 seconds of battle. These guys are going to be so tanky that those first 20 seconds, I highly doubt any Scorpions will drop. Maybe if snipers get multiple headshots on one individual Scorpion, they might drop, but these guys are going to be wicked tanky. However, I am kind of leaning more towards the Dire Scorpions, simply because of the corrosive armor, being able to deal up to 1.5% of the enemy's health per second. As health keeps scaling up, doing percentage as damage as opposed to a flat damage becomes more and more important, and it also lowers the enemy's DPS. However, it doesn't say how long these effects last for. So if there's like a timer for how long until the stacks get reset or the stacks start coming off, then I would rule this one out for me personally. So I think if you're struggling to keep the front line alive, definitely go with the Zen. If you can keep your front line alive, then the Dire is probably better. And then we have Monks. Oh my gosh. So the Dire Monk with the Iron Foot, allowing for two flying sidekicks. What? So I'm not a very good Rockin player, but whenever I go up against Rockin and I'm running with either mechs or trees or anything like that, the idea of a flying sidekick, that when I think of Monk, that's the only thing I think of. So to have 2 of them, that is pretty much doubling that. That's insane. So with Rockin, I really don't know enough to make any decisive decisions. But having 2 flying sidekicks is pretty cool. And then for the Zen, we have Swift Staff, which grants bonus attack speed when attacking large and massive units. It can stack 10 times. So it depends on what that attack speed looks like. If there's a timer for those stacks, there might not be. For all of these things that don't have any timers on it or mentioned, there's probably not going to be a timer on it. However, if I know anything from playing Art of Conquest, the descriptions are not always the most accurate thing in the game. So I'm going to wait and test this stuff out for myself. So in the comment section below, please tell me which one you're looking forward to the most. I'll tell you guys mine right now. I'm looking forward towards the testing out. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I want to test out the Dire Swordsman because if those shields work the way that I'm thinking in my head, they'll be able to get shields on the other melee units and also the human archers, which the human archers are the Zen archers for humans, in my opinion, just do massive damage. So if I can survive long enough and keep my Zen archers up, then I might be going back human. Although it also seems like it seems like all of these will help out the races tremendously. Doom Lords or Scorpions, massive buff for those. Depending on how the trees work, those it could make a big impact. It might not. Hopefully the Thornmail is strong enough. Yeah, I think the whole meta is going to change because it's going to be massive units being way stronger than like the smaller medium. So like I think trees will become more relevant, at least until there's more awakenings. So with the trees being more relevant, all of a sudden Rock and Monks become more relevant because now they can do 2 flying sidekicks. It's going to add in so many more dimensions when it comes to thinking about armies and setups and everything else. So I'm looking forward to the Dire Swordsman for human. I'm dying to get back to playing human as a regular race. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are looking forward to the most. I'm looking forward to hearing about your decisions and what you're looking for and what you're hyped about. So with that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Please thumbs up the video. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys soon.